Is Dr. Moore coming back? No, Sally, but there could be a chance. Hello everyone, this is me, Superman 19J, and welcome to my case as to why I think Dr. Moore could be coming back. Now, before I begin, let me say that I am no expert when it comes to projecting Nintendo. I cannot confirm that Nintendo is actually working on a Dr. Mario game, only speculate. This is all in fun and not meant to be taken too seriously, as video is made from a Dr. Mario fan who is just sad and most likely delusional. Anyways, with that disclaimer out of the way, let's begin. Dr. Mario is a 1990 game released on the NES and Game Boy where you play as Dr. Mario launching capsules and viruses inside a bottle. And for the past 35 years, we've seen the starter jump from console to console, even mobile devices, with brand new graphics and mechanics to the gameplay. However, since the end of Dr. Mario World, which is the mobile game by the way, and it also ended in November of 2021, forgive me for that. But ever since then, we have not gotten a world on a brand new Dr. Mario game. Not including ports, by the way. Now, this is especially odd since the Nintendo Switch and Switch 2 have yet to get a brand new Dr. Mario game. Again, not including ports. Now, I know it's no surprise that Nintendo treats most of their IPs like they're forgotten. Well, to be honest, they are forgotten. But what set off my Dr. Mario alarm bells is how much Nintendo has shown off the Dr. Mario franchise since 2024. Which is what's caused me to make this video today, as Nintendo may or may not be bringing the Doctor back. Now, am I correct? I really hope so. I really do, because I would love to see a brand new Dr. Mario game. But am I wrong? Most likely. But anyways, join me as I share some coincidences and why I think Dr. Mario could be coming back. I hope. Starting off in March 2024, we had Mario Day. Now, what's Mario Day, you ask? It's a day about Mario because you take the first 3 letters of March, M-A-R, and combine it with the number 10. You get Mario. Nintendo has celebrated this holiday since 2016, and you can usually see them celebrate with deals, games, announcements, etc. And in 2024, we saw the good old Doctor make his appearance on this special day. Nintendo announced 3 Game Boy games coming to the service, with those being Mario Tennis, Mario Golf, and of course, Dr. Mario. While Tennis and Golf make obvious choices, Dr. Mario is a strange one as it's just the NES game, but squeezed down onto the Game Boy. It also doesn't help that Super Mario Land at the time wasn't even on the service, so Super Mario Land was such an obvious choice to make, but didn't. Also, Super Mario Bros. Deluxe for the Game Boy Color would have also been another great choice to be added on that special day. Instead, we got Dr. Mario, which, hey, I'm not complaining, but it makes you ask, why did Nintendo choose that game over the other 2 that I mentioned? But maybe Nintendo might have forgotten about Super Mario Land and Super Mario Bros. Deluxe. But at the very least, we did get Super Mario Land later on in that same year. Also, something to note is, since those 3 games were spin-offs, Nintendo could have also been focusing on the spin-off games, since they were all spin-off franchises of the Super Mario series. Either way, it was a strange coincidence, but at the end of the day, it was still a coincidence nonetheless. Months after the Game Boy version of Dr. Mario hit the online service, we would get a special direct focusing on the Nintendo Museum in Japan, which aired on August 19, 2024, at least in American time specifically. Towards the end of that direct, we would get shown off a pretty cool attraction that guests could look forward to, and those were the giant controllers based on Nintendo consoles. What makes it even better is that you could play Nintendo games with those giant controllers. However, you would have to play with another player, as the whole point of that attraction was to play Nintendo games, but in teams. So imagine my excitement when they showcased a giant Famicom, which if you don't know what that is, that's the Japanese version of the NES. But they showed off the Famicom controller with a menu showing 3 games on the front: Super Mario Bros., Donkey Kong, and would you look at that, it's Dr. Mario. Now, it shouldn't be a surprise seeing Dr. Mario is there, and obviously it's not the only game, but to have the menu set up to where Dr. Mario can be seen on screen is a bit suspicious, huh? Now, I've not been to the museum, nor seen videos of people walking around it, mostly just to not get jealous. And also, I do kind of want to save that surprise of being at the museum for myself if I ever go to Japan. So I can't say if this is the default menu screen. And like I said earlier, Dr. Mario is not the only game you can play on this Famicom, so Nintendo might have just thrown it in there to fill up the spots. While a strange coincidence, it's still a coincidence nonetheless. 2 months later, we would get a bizarre but cool announcement coming from Nintendo. This announcement was Nintendo Music, an app that officially allowed us to listen to Nintendo music on our phones whenever we want, wherever we wanted. The app launched on October 30, 2024, and one of the OSTs you could listen to was the Game Boy version of Dr. Mario. A very bizarre choice to have at launch, since you had the NES version right there, but also because out of Nintendo's whole library of music, they chose an OST from the Dr. Mario franchise. It didn't stop there either, as a day later we would get small 30-second commercials, with one of them featuring a guy going to a gym training while listening to the Fever theme from Dr. Mario Game Boy. And the guy wasn't just listening to it, he was singing the theme as well. So not only do you have an OST from a franchise at launch for a music app, but to feature one of those OSTs or one of those themes from that franchise in a commercial that would be seen by many people, very peculiar, I would say. Now, did you think it stopped there for the music app? Nope, because a few months later, into the new year number 2025, on March 18th, we would get the OST of the NES version for Dr. Mario. This was a bit confusing, to me at least, because you have the Game Boy OST of that same game already on there, but now you have another version. Now, before you come at me, I know there are differences in the OST of the NES and the Game Boy versions, basically coming down to the sound of the music. But isn't it just a bit weird that now we have two Dr. Mario OSTs to listen to, specifically from that same game? It was also bizarre, as Nintendo made it one of their priorities to have it on the music app. So someone at Nintendo had to have been wanting this NES OST for Dr. Mario to be added on so badly. Either way, we had another instance where Nintendo promoted the Dr. Mario franchise into their products, while a strange coincidence, at the end of the day, it was still another coincidence nonetheless. During early 2025, the year in which we currently live in as of the posting of this video, we will finally get the reveal of the Nintendo Switch 2 back in January, with a whole direct dedicated to the console on April 2nd. Now, while the wait from the reveal to the direct was agonizing, the day of the direct had finally arrived. In this direct, we would get game reveals, information on the specs of the console, and the features of the console. One of those features that Nintendo focused on was Game Chat. In the trailer for Game Chat, we would see people in what looks to be a call similar to Discord having a great time, being able to see others' gameplay in what I can only describe as the most beautiful frame rate mankind has ever seen. Seriously though, how did this get past Nintendo? Like, they actually had to show that off too. It was funny. Either way, Nintendo showed off a bunch of games being screenshotted from multiple users, varying from different IPs. Some of these include Super Mario, Legend of Zelda, Animal Crossing, Donkey Kong Country, Balloon Fight, and wait, is that Dr. Mario on the NES? Now, what in the heck is going on here? Nintendo, on their own accord, decided to showcase Dr. Mario in their Game Chat trailer. At this point, this can't be a coincidence anymore, right? Someone working at Nintendo is inputting their voice for Dr. Mario, and Nintendo are fully in agreement with it. I mean, hey, I appreciate that worker a lot for allowing Dr. Mario to be shown in here. But again, why is Dr. Mario being shown off if there aren't any plans to bring that franchise back with the new game? Although, to be fair, that same argument can be applied for Balloon Fight, because like, why is Balloon Fight also being shown off as well? Sadly though, this wouldn't amount to much, leaving us with once again another coincidence to throw onto the many other coincidences in the pile. Either way, all hope was lost. Or was it? Because on July 25th, 2025, we would finally see Mario Paint added to the SNES Classics app. Along with the release, we would get a funny overview trailer discussing the game and showing off its many features like the paint mode, night attack, music, etc. One of the features showcased was the animation mode. In this mode, you can animate your own little creations and bring them to life. In order to showcase this feature, they decided to make a neat little animation of Dr. Mario inside the capsule bottle, as the viruses around him were celebrating, with some dragon theme flying in the sky. Not only this, but the animation was followed along to the tune of the Fever theme from that same game, which they had to make in the music feature in the Mario Paint, which they also referenced in that same trailer as well. Wait a minute, did I just say that? Dr. Mario was once again brought up by Nintendo to show off in one of their products again. Nintendo, you're not being slick anymore at this point, because now this looks like repeated behavior. Why is Nintendo shoving Dr. Mario into the advertisements for their products? Why does Nintendo have this fascination with the franchise if they don't plan to do anything with it? Is Nintendo seeing if there's interest in the franchise, or is this Nintendo slowly teasing a new game for the Dr. Mario series? So many questions with no answer being clear. Obviously, at the end of the day, these are just coincidences, and we will never know for sure if Nintendo does have a new Dr. Mario game until that day comes. All we can do now is speculate. And with those out of the way, I have pointed out all of the many strange coincidences that may hint towards Nintendo working on a new Dr. Mario game. Now it's time to look at a potential reason as to why this may be true. This reason really comes down to Nintendo being on this high of reviving old IPs and bringing them onto new consoles. Taking a look at the past few years, we got Advance Wars 1 and 2, Another Code Regulation, Famicom Detective Emio the Smiling Man, Mario and Luigi Brothership, and pretty soon, Kirby Air Riders, Rhythm Heaven Groove, and Tomodachi Life Living the Dream. These are IPs, well, maybe not Kirby, that many thought would never see the light of day. However, Nintendo has given these IPs a brand new breath of life, whether it be a brand new game or remake. Also, something that I would like to mention is besides Kirby Air Riders, these games may have been made to fill in the Switch 1 schedule, with Tomodachi Life Living the Dream and Rhythm Heaven Groove supporting that idea, as other than Metro Prime 4 Beyond and Pokemon Legends ZA, which come out this year, the Switch 1 is not seeing any new first-party titles as of the time of this video until 2026. So if Nintendo has been filling the Switch 1 with not just big first-party games, but smaller ones as well, then surely Dr. Mario, as well as many other IPs, have a chance to be brought back as smaller titles to fill out that schedule. While there is a potential reason for Dr. Mario coming back, the all reason as to why the coincidences I listed above might not be the case. Sure, Nintendo has been putting Dr. Mario into their advertisements. That doesn't mean they were putting the character or franchise into most of their recent Switch games. From 2024 to now, Dr. Mario has only made one appearance in a Nintendo Switch game, that being a small micro game in the WarioWare Move It game. Other than that, Dr. Mario had no presence in the Nintendo World Championships NES Edition, besides being one of the many titles that you could choose as your NES favorite, and very recently Mario Kart World with no Dr. costume for Mario. Another reason as to why Dr. Mario might not be coming back is simply due to Nintendo not thinking the franchise is profitable. Sure, Nintendo is putting the franchise in their products like Nintendo Music, but looking back at the mobile game, Dr. Mario World, a graph was presented by Nintendo showing that by March 2021, the game only made $6 million, making it Nintendo's worst-selling mobile game ever. And because of that, Nintendo decided to shut down Dr. Mario World on November 1st, 2021. Now, even though that $6 million was reported back in March 2021, it still had plenty of time until November 1st, 2021, until it was shut down. So maybe it made more than just $6 million in its lifetime. Either way, that wasn't enough for Nintendo, as they would shut the game down and not even offer it in offline mode after. This could mean that Nintendo sees this franchise as not profitable, which could explain why we have done a brand new Dr. Mario game after World was shut down. But does that really explain why Dr. Mario has been seen in advertisements recently? Well, I think I may have an answer as to why that's the case. I would like to highlight something that happened last year in relation to Dr. Mario that could give us a reason as to why we're seeing Dr. Mario in marketing ads. But unfortunately though, I do have to bring up something that nobody really wants to talk about. AI-generated images. I know, I'm not a fan of those either, but this has to be talked about because on May 13th, 2024, an Instagram account known as pissed.mario would post a video called Mario AI post just to censor it and, and whatnot. That full word is there though, so yeah. But in this AI generated video, a story is told about Mario becoming a doctor in order to save Luigi. Now, before I continue, I do want to give a shout out to Lessons in Meme Culture, as that's where I found this whole origin for the meme. So without that channel, I would not have been able to know about the origins of that meme. So thank So thanks to them for that. Now, while this would have just been another AI generated image video, that would have just gotten shrugged off, what caught the attention of many were two images. One where Luigi would hit Dr. Mario with a no thank you pose, and one where we had Dr. Mario looking absolutely furious. This will lead others, specifically artists, to redraw the drawing in their own versions of the two AI images. Heck, even I joined in. There you go. That's what the AI meme looks like. But this I don't want to show the AI image, so have my recreation of the image in my own drawing. So yeah, there you go. Oh, and my water bottle fell. That's just great. But yeah, but this will lead to many, even myself, to actually redraw that very own AI image. Now, why am I bringing something like this up? You ask. Well, it could be the reason as to why we're seeing Nintendo feature Dr. Mario in their advertisements. This all comes down to Nintendo seeing Dr. Mario as a joke or a meme. That will explain why they want to include him into these videos, because they think it'll be funny. For example, the guy listening to Dr. Mario while working out at the gym, and Dr. Mario being captured into the same capsule bottle devices are in from the Mario Paint overview trailer. This could be Nintendo's way of joining in on those memes, since Nintendo actually does have a history of making memes based on their properties. Now, are they funny? Who knows? That really depends on you. So, yeah. But there is a history with Nintendo making those memes. And with those two examples that I listed above, yeah, those could be seen as funny. And that could explain as to why Dr. Mario is in these advertisements to begin with. Also, another reason as to why Dr. Mario may not be coming back is what I mentioned earlier, that being, this is just an employee at Nintendo who's a big Dr. Mario fan and injecting their beloved Doctor into these advertisements because Nintendo either loves them, loves the idea, or they just want to shut the employee up. So, yeah. And with that, I have presented my case as to why I believe Dr. Mario could make a return. Sure, the evidence I provided is nothing but just pure nonsense, but Nintendo can be a little secretive sometimes. For example, Nintendo has sent out surveys for franchises that at the time didn't have a new game on the Switch, like WarioWare and Mario and Luigi, only to then announce new games for these franchises on the Switch later down the line. Overall, like I said at the beginning of the video, this is just speculation from a sad and delusional Dr. Mario fan waiting and pleading for a brand new game to be announced for consoles. But hey, I might have that chance. Guys, there are speculations going around that Nintendo could have a Direct pretty soon. And whether that Direct is a Mario Anniversary Direct or just a general Direct, who really knows? But either way, a general Direct or a Mario Direct, it could show us a brand new Dr. Mario game. And with that, that's pretty much it for me. So tell me what you think in the comments below. Do you think Dr. Mario has a chance of coming back, or is the franchise as dead as many other Nintendo IPs? I hope you all enjoyed listening to me and my case, and if you did enjoy it, hit the like button, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel. And also, I do want to mention, this is my very first time making a video with a script. I usually freeball these videos, but for this one, I wanted to be very careful with what I was saying. And also just make it more clear and not just have me being a stuttering mess. So, yeah. Hopefully for my very first time doing something like this, it was at least decent. So yeah. Hopefully I can do more of these down the line, but yeah. But yeah, with that, that's it for me. This is Superman 90 Center. I will see you all in the next video. Huzzah! Would you look at this? It's more footage added on to this very long video. Hey everyone, this is Superman 90 here after a few days of of recording what you just saw. And yeah, while I was editing, I did find some more stuff, mostly just some stuff to be corrected on. But I do want to mention another reason as to why Dr. Mario might not be coming back, and another reason as to why Dr. Mario could be coming back. So I do want to start off with some of the corrections. I do want to talk about how the Mario AI Brainrot post is actually just called Mario AI Brainrot. It's not called Mario AI S post. Even though you can still see the S post world as a hashtag, it's actually just called Mario AI Brainwatch. So yeah, I thought it was called I thought it had the S post world in it as its main title, but it didn't. Which means I'm just so used to seeing AI S post videos all the time, or that being talked about. So yeah. another thing that I do want to talk about is just it's something that bothered me while I was looking back on the video. I actually called another code recollection, another code recollection. That's not what it's called. It's called another code recollection. So yeah. But anyways, with that out of the way, I do want to talk about as to why Dr. Moy might not be. I do want to give off a reason as to why Dr. Moy might not be coming back, and it actually goes back to that Nintendo Music app commercial. I actually watched that whole commercial again, and I actually realized that that commercial was just nothing but Mario music. So that commercial might have just been focusing on the Mario music that was on the app that you can listen to on launch day. Not so much that Dr. Mario was in there because Nintendo might be having a brand new Dr. Mario game. So yeah, I do want to bring that up because that could be that's definitely another reason as to why Dr. Mario might not be coming back. So yeah, just to give even more evidence to support Dr. Mario not coming back claim. But yeah, but to go on to a different reason as to why Dr. Mario could be coming back, that is with the fact that the Super Mario Bros. 40th anniversary is coming up. It's actually supposed to be happening this week as the upload of this video, and yeah, and Nintendo has shown that it's not just about the Super Mario Bros. Game that was on the NES. It's actually just about it's also more about Mario as a whole. As in 2020 for the 35th anniversary of Mario, we did get Mario Kart Home Live Circuit, which doesn't have anything to do with Super Mario Bros. Or the Super Mario mainline franchise, and that was mostly just a spin-off. So yeah, Nintendo does focus on other Mario properties sometimes for the Mario anniversary. And also, I do want to point out how 20 years ago for the Mario 20th anniversary, we did get Dr. Mario and Puzzle League as one of the, I guess you can call it anniversary titles, alongside with Mario Power Tennis. So yeah, it's actually very interesting too because there is like a postcard that shows happy 20th birthday Mario, and it does have Dr. Mario on there too. So yeah, Nintendo would actually celebrate Dr. Mario, would actually put Dr. Mario as one of their celebration titles or things to celebrate for a anniversary about Mario. And yeah, and with that, that's pretty much it. I don't really have much else to say, and I just wanted to make this extra video just so that way I can put it at the end and also clarify some things and also add in some more things that I didn't have in that main section of this video. So yeah, so that's it for me. This is Super Mario 19 Jason. I will see you all in the next video.